Okay, so we're going to be working on Module 8, Go Math, page 221. This is still finding the percent of a number, finding the whole given the part in percent, and then finding the part given the whole in percent. We're still going to use the same exact format that we've been using. Anybody know it off the top of their head by now? What's my numerator? What's my denominator called? Is over of. Kiss your brain. And then what goes over here? The percent. And what goes at the bottom? Always. The percent goes on top, but what always goes on the bottom? Kiss your brain. Good job. You also have to remember that is always the part. And of always means that whole number that you're looking for. So if you can pick those things out, all you got to do is place them. Voila, that's half of the battle, isn't it? The setup is always half the battle. We have just got started and you're complaining of hand cramps already? Okay, your hand has to come off of the 3-day break now. Come on. Good job, Colin. You can either sit there or you can sit here behind any of these places right here where you can see. I love the fact that you can't see. You're going to move yourself. That's awesome. Number 13, 4 students is blank percent of 20 students. So we're going to identify which pieces and parts are what. I guess I can use red. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my format that will never ever change. So my format is now set up. And I will wait for everybody to put their pencils down because then I'll know that you're caught up with the notes. And then we'll talk about how we piece and plug this in. You're almost there, Jalen? Okay. Whose Chromebook is that on that desk? Riley, put it on the desk behind you so Talon has more room, sweetheart. Thank you. Good job. There you go. Ariana, how much longer, sweetie? Emma, you can move that Chromebook on the desk in front of you so you have more room if you want. Or you can stick it in your basket under your desk too. I don't care. There you go. Still waiting on one more. Okay, so I'm going to ask, where's my purple pen? Green and purple and red. I think that'll work. Sam, I'm looking for the is and the of and the percent. Tell me one of them. You pick. Tell me either the box or the number for is or the number for of or whatever it is that you can find from that statement right there. 4 students is blank percent of 20 students. Which one would you like me to plug and tell me where? The percent. What do I put there? If you want me to put the percent into my problem, I put the percent right there. And there is nothing. So what do I put there? The empty box, right? Mm-hmm. Can you name one more? Can you give me the is or the of? Okay, so where am I going to put the is and what do I put for the is? It is the part, that's true. What I'm trying to get at is what number do I stick in there for the part? It's either 20 or it's either 4. You're going to go with 20 as being the is, but look at here. It would be 4 because 4 students is. Okay, so I might as well go ahead and just put a little cloud around this as well, because that's my 3 parts that I'm looking for. So 4 is what percent? We don't know, right? And then what would I plug in for my of? That's my 20. So now I've got my pieces and parts plugged in. I'm ready to set up my cross multiplication for my equation, right? Okay, so a cross multiply. When I mean cross multiply, I mean a denominator and a numerator, okay? So I'm going to take the 4 times 100 equals, and then 20 with the empty box, and I'm going to substitute the empty box for what number? 20. What variable? X. Okay, once again, it's going to be 4 times 100 equals 20 times X. And this is what I mean by cross multiply. Okay, that's going to help me solve what my percentage is. Does anybody know what I do now? Jay, what do I do now? When I establish this, let me give you a helpful hint. Okay, when I establish this, all the rest of this goes away. Here's where I am now. That's all I'm looking at. I'm looking at just this. So what do I have to solve now? If you don't know, call in a helping hand. If you know what to do next, put your hand up so she knows who to call on. Aubrey, she'd like to call in a helping hand. Okay, Jaya, I have to multiply this here and get this operation out of there. So I have to multiply 4 times 100. Jaya, can you tell me what 4 times 100 is? It is 400. I didn't do anything at all with the 20x yet, so I just bring that down. Okay, there's one other operation left. Can somebody tell me what I do now? Twenty times 20? This is already multiplication here. I'm glad you brought that up. That's what I call a perfect no, and I love perfect no's. This is already multiplication. Here's the problem. I can't undo multiplication with multiplication. What do I undo multiplication with? Division. So that's where your brain is getting that 20. I'm going to now divide both sides by 20. Right? So that's what I'm going to do. And that 20 divided by 20 is 1. 1 times x makes everything go away at this point, leaving me x all by itself. Ta-da, I'm there. My favorite part is, does anybody know what my favorite part is? I love the 0, 0 gone. Absolutely. I can cross those out right like that. And look at that. When I cross them out, they go away. And it leaves me 40 divided by 2. Oh my, is that easier or what? That is so much easier. No, it's not at all. So what would 40 cut in half be? 20. Okay, so what do you think gets plugged in up there for the problem? 4 students is 20% of 20, right? Doesn't that feel weird? – 20%. 4 students is 20% of 20. Everybody okay with that one? Ready for the next one? Okay. Number 14. Okay, 2 doctors is empty box percent of 25 doctors. Yeah. It is. It is. You see it, Larry, too? So it's not just me?
It's not you.
I can see it. Yeah, it's like the whole book. But like on your computer, it doesn't look blurry, but on the board, it's blurry.
Okay, so I thought this one was going super bad fast.
That's I can go through.
And that's fine. I don't care. That's why it's up there, you know. But I was looking at that thinking, wow, that left eye is going bad real fast. Okay, so I'm going to set this up same way I do everything. And just remember that the is your part, the of is the whole, is over of, part over whole. You can get that musical tune in your head. You'll be good to go for everything. So now I need to identify my pieces and parts. Riley, I think I'm going to pick on you this time. Two is. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
I agree. And then what? Look at her go. She's starting to get this solid as a rock. And then the box goes above the 100. Okay, so I've got it set up into my format. What's the first thing I'm going to do? Cross, multiply. Good job. And that means exactly that. I do a crisscross. And I multiply. Okay, so does somebody want to help me out with that? Look, 4-minute break. Okay, so we were left with this problem. 2 doctors is some kind of percentage of 25 doctors. We decided we were going to cross multiply. I needed somebody to help me plug these numbers in. Alicia. 2 and 100 equals what? 25x. Okay, then who knows what to do next? Alicia? 200, because I multiply the 2 times the 100. And I didn't do anything with the 25x. Okay, Alicia, you might as well finish it up. And then the line of division. Exactly, line of division. See how perfect no's make a perfect yes every time after? That's why I love perfect no's. They make perfect yeses. And then 25 goes under here because we need that to go away. There is no 0, 0 gone this time. However, I like the 25 because why? What does it make me think of? Money, quarters. How many quarters? Yeah, 25 cents. No, 25 cents. How many quarters in a dollar?
4.
And so how many quarters in $2?
8.
You just did 200 divided by 25, just like that, thinking money. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I see 8. That's smart.
Isn't that cool? I love it. So I can go back and put that in. 2 doctors is what percent? 8% of 25 doctors. This is super fun. It's like putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I love it. No, I don't have a Band-Aid. I'm a teacher, not a nurse. That doesn't mean I'm a nurse. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, you know what? I have to turn my page. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I don't. I kind of write big. So we're going to continue. Sam, I'm waiting for you to stop talking. Number 15 says, what percent today is Tuesday. 22 on a Tuesday.
Oh, I was off.
Okay, so what percent of 50 shirts is 35 shirts? Once again, I'm going to set it up like I set up every one of these. This is my setup. It never changes. Is over of. Is the part of the whole. Caden, are you ready to help me put some pieces and plug them in where they belong? Caden Harvey, are you ready to help me put some pieces in where they belong? Okay. Tell me what to do, baby. And if you want to come up here and whisper it to me, that's fine too. I'll let you do that too. And I'm squinting because I can't see that far. I'm just saying. What should I circle? You want to come up and point to it? Okay, come on up and point to it. Sam, are you going to stop talking? Okay, what you want me to circle? You want to circle it? Okay, tell me what you want me to circle. What goes above this? I gotta circle something up here. Remember how we did it on the other one? What goes above the 100? Alicia, you gonna stop talking? Shania, you gonna stop talking? Sam, I still hear your voice. Come on now, I'm waiting for Caden. Give him time, be patient. What you got? Oh, that's number 15. That's problem number 15. I'm sorry. The whole entire sentence is here. Let me cover that up so you don't get confused. I apologize. So do you know what goes here? What's that mean? That's the percent. That's always that, and that means 100. Did you know that? Okay, that's how I know what goes here. So this all goes together, right? And I don't know what this is, so guess what? That's where my empty box goes. Okay, now I'm looking for an is, and I'm looking for the of. Can you help me find one of those? Which one? What is it? What number goes with the is? Well, okay, so what number is the is? You find the word is, and then what number's right beside it? I know you're looking for something hard, sweetheart, and it's right there. Is goes right here. Now, where does it get set up in the format? You know, that format that never changes? Is it the top or the bottom number? Yes. So then the only thing that is left is the of. And where does that go? The bottom. Thank you. Thank you so much. You did yours backwards? Oh, another perfect no. Now what do I do, Jack? But what do we call it? Cross multiply. That's what I want you to say first. And when I mean cross multiply, that's exactly it. We crisscross that thing. So I got my two sets of parentheses set up. Nevaeh, what do I plug in? 50 and 100, is that crisscross? 35 and 100. And then what's left on the other side? 50 and the X. Okay, so now I start to solve it. Sophia, what would you do first in this situation? Sophia, so I got rid of all of this by creating this right here. This is my focus. What would I do first? You don't know? Call on a helping hand, baby. $35 times 100. And if I cover up those two zeros right there, I'm going to do mental math. What is 1 times 35? 35. And when I uncover those two zeros, I just add them. So it comes out to be 3,500. That's not hard at all. And then I bring the 50x down. Good. Division lines. And then what do I do? I do a division line under both. And Riley says I put the 50 underneath. Oh, my favorite thing. 0 gone. Okay, so again, I can cover up that X and I can ask myself, how many sets of 5 do I get out of 35? 7, because 7 times 5 is 35. As soon as I uncover that 0, I bring that 0 down. So I go back up here and I plug in 70% of 50 shirts is 35 shirts. Is it getting easier?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Sam, what do you think? Is it getting easier? 16? I'm sorry, did everybody get that? Can I move? I forgot to ask, my bad. You got it all down, Ty? Caden, did you get it all down, baby? You got it all down, Caden? I've got 2 Cadens in here. Oh yeah, that's not good for my brain. Are you chewing on that plastic? Whatever plastic you got in your mouth. What you chewing on? Will you please respect yourself enough to throw it out? Thank you. You're so sweet. Number 16. And I didn't realize that numbering them like that was confusing students. That's the number that we're on. So don't figure that in the problem. Thank you for pointing that out, Caden. I wouldn't have never known. 16 is going to be an empty box percent of 200. Is 150 miles. Caden, did you want to try this one since you got a lot of experience with the last one? Come on, come back up here. Set up using the same exact format. Is over of. Okay, I think you're going to get it this time. And we're not looking at that either. Yes, perfect. Look at you. Perfect. I told you were going to get it super fast. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Okay. I'm getting ready to do what? Would cross multiply. Sophia, can you tell me what I have to plug in there for this one? Yes. And then what goes on the other side? So you got these 2 gone. 200x. And could I put an empty box there for the variable? Of course I could. I just want you to get used to seeing the x, the variable, okay? Riley, what do I do now? Are you sure it's division? I multiply. So if I cover up these 2 zeros right there, I'm looking at 1 times 150. What's 1 times 150? 150. And then I add those 2 zeros and look at that. I end up with 15,000. But that wasn't hard at all, is it? Already? Y'all got the answer already?
No, oh, no.
Wow, you guys are super fast. Okay, now what do I do?
Divide which equals 200.
You divide by 200 on both sides. Okay, I can do that. Oops, oops. I got the wrong. Okay. Oh, I got two of my favorite things. One set of 0 gone and another set of 0 gone. And now I'm just left with 150 cut in half. And if you think about $1.50, right? You could do this mental math. How many quarters in $1.50? That would be $1, right? And then my two thumbs would be the 50. And how many pieces do I have up? 6. So if I take half of those away, what am I left with? 3/4. So that's 75 cents. 75 cents. So you can always think money. I like thinking money. So then I can go back up here and plug in. So 75% of 200 is 150 miles. You ready to do one on your own?
Yeah. No. No.
Okay, here's how we'll do this. I'll write. You haven't been paying attention? Oh, you have been? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to ask. Did everybody get that written down? Okay. Number 17. Sam? Don't look at me like that, Miss Reed. Okay, the box is going to move though. You sure you don't want me to do this one with you? The empty box is going to move. See how I got a percentage now? Okay. %4 of some amount of days is 56 days. Where's my box going to move to now? Mm-hmm.
Above
I have a perfect no here I have to address. Hold on a second. 56 is the is. So is that where my empty box is going to go? Mm-mm. Where's it going to go? Mm-hmm. Because it's the of some number. And guess what? Where does this one go? On top of the 100. Good. And then we have the is, which goes on top of the other one, right? Now, once you get it set up, guess what? Everything else is exactly the same. What do I do now? Cross multiply, right? And Riley, those parentheses is setting up for multiplication. Whatever goes inside there, they're multiplied against each other. Okay, babe? Who wants to set that up for me and tell me what goes in where? Nevaeh? 56 and 100 goes on the left. So then what would go on the right? 4x. Or 4 in my empty box, right? Yes. Oh, you already have the answer? Oh, okay. So what would I do now? 56 times 100, which gives me 5,600. Good. Did I do anything with the 4x yet? Nope. Just bring it down. Okay, so now I have to get rid of something to get x all by himself. What do I get rid of? The 100? I want this guy all by himself. I have to get rid of the 4. And I do that through don't listen to them because they're all wrong. I'm looking at you because you're not focused and paying attention to lesson. How do I undo multiplication, y'all? So you could ask yourself at this point, what number times 4 gives me 56? Or I could take this one at a time. How many sets of 4? Let me zoom in on this because this is really cool how you do this. How many sets of 4 can I take from the 5? You're close. How many sets of 4 can I take from the 5? Just one. So I'm going to mark that one there. What does that use up? Doesn't it use up 4 of the 5? So then I have a little remainder. So now that one remainder goes over by the 6. The 6 is no longer a 6. It's now a 16. How many sets of 4 out of 16? 4. And that was your third. You said 13. See, I told you how close you were. And then the 0 zeros, I just bring down. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? That is super cool. 1,400. So 4% of 1,400 days is 56. Number 18, I can let you do by yourself. You ready? "60 minutes is 20% of, I don't know, minutes. Empty box minutes. You are going to set it up. Like you've done everything else. What's the matter, Jay? Is it not writing? I don't know what to tell you. Look, get one of these pencils. I put out a whole bunch of new sharper ones. Come on, Sam. You can do this. I know you can. Come on, Jalen. I know you can. I'm sorry? Well, look at where your box goes. What is right here by your box? So where's it going to go? That should tell you exactly where it goes. Yep. Okay, so Talon gave us that much. No, you're fine. We were having a discussion and that's absolutely fine. The whole entire answer? You know what the whole number is that we're looking for? That's good. I don't doubt it. This one was kind of easy, wasn't it? Kiss your brain. Oh, we're gonna go over it in just a second. I'm just giving a couple of more minutes. I still see some pencils moving. Do y'all have the problem written down? If you're still moving your pencil, then don't look up here because I'm gonna put the start doing the work. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, this one was way too easy. No wonder everybody got it so fast. Did everybody get 300? Fish your brain. You didn't finish. Oh, I moved too fast. I'm sorry. Did you write all this down though? Okay, go ahead. We'll wait for you. Am I gonna have to tie those shoes in a double knot?
Oh,
Girl, you know, when you fall and you break an arm catching yourself, you're gonna be sorry. I tell you almost every day, tie them shoes. 300? Okay. I have to turn my page, y'all okay with it? 19? You already did 19? For real? I didn't even write it down yet. I don't even know what it is. It is. It is. He did, didn't he?
so do we have to?
How'd you do that one in your head like that? He got it already.
I know.
But even so, I didn't give the answer, so he had to work it. 80% of some number of games is 32 games. Ooh, that line's like crooked, whatever. Come on, Jalen, stay focused. I'm going to give a minute so you can. Do you have it already? Do you have this written down? Okay, write it down. I'm sorry? That's where I'm getting them from. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's right.
Means 100. Remember the percent symbol means 100. So that should be a dead giveaway. What goes over the 100? The 80. Mm-hmm. Do you? Okay. What's the matter, babe? Are you losing things? How many of you guys are getting these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of. Kind of. You getting them? For what? 21?
2020.
Look at your number again. Make sure that's 21 instead of 20.
Yeah.
For 21?
No, for question 20. I got the answer was.
What do you have? Sam, how are you getting these so fast?
All they gotta do is just put the numbers together, and then just call them. You did too much work. Really.
That's amazing. Just so you know. I've never had anybody get it that fast before. No, sir. Mm-mm. Well, we don't teach this in 7th grade. That's why you got to know it now.
Oh,
Just be careful. I set up a reason. I set up this process for a reason because, yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, I almost ran out of paper. 360 kilometers is 24% of some amount of kilometers. You are still setting these up because you do have a test tomorrow, and I want you to make sure that you do this repetitively, repetitively, repetitively. This should be an easy A for you tomorrow. Same types of questions, different numbers, yes. Well, I'm hoping. Sam, did I set that up right? And then what would I do next? My way, because this is a way that I know that you will need in 7th grade. So this is actually setting up your future for 3 different modules in here. Okay. By learning how to cross reduce, cross multiply like this. And when you get to 7th grade, probably about 5 modules. So if you can do this, it's going to be very successful in your future. Are you writing it down? Did you already solve this one? And you're just waiting for me? Almost? What'd you get? 900? Did you get this part of it here down? Okay. And then did you get 36,000? Oh, you're going to get a different answer if you change this. It's 24x. What did you get?
1,500.
Mm-hmm. How many sets of 24 can I take out of the 36? 1 set. So if I take that 24 out of 36, what am I left with? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then 6 more, right? Isn't that 12? So I put that over here by this 0, and that becomes 120, right? How many sets of 24 can I take out of 120? Isn't it 5? And it uses them all up. So then I bring these 2 zeros down. Forgot to add that other 0. Okay, everybody has that written down so I can move on to number 21. Sam, you still writing these notes? Yes? Okay. '21. %25 of I'm sorry, it is 75%. Look in your book and see if you're 75%. 75? Okay, good. Of some number of, what is that, peaches? God, we're going to talk food this early in the morning.
Peaches, yeah.
I don't like talking food this early in the morning. It makes me hungry. I know, right? Not soon enough. Okay, how do I set this up? Caden, are you ready to help me with one? Because we did quite a few. I'm sorry, say again. I can't hear you, baby. Okay. Can you tell me what goes above the 100? Can you tell me what goes down here at the of? Look for the word of in the sentence. The empty box, because that's my variable. That's my I don't know. So then obviously the 15 goes on top. And then we do what? The cross multiply. Okay, Jay, when I get to this point right here, can you tell me what I have to do now? You're right. I bring the 75 down because I don't do anything with it yet. And then what? 15, and then add those two zeros to get 1,500, because 15 times 100 is 1,500. Or I could say 1,500. Now what? I put the division symbol under both. Good girl. By that makes that go away, leaving X all by himself. And here's where I can think money. 75 cents is 3/4, right? So I know 75 cents plus 75 cents, doesn't that give me $1.50? So that's 2 sets. And as soon as I uncover that zero, I write that zero. So it would be 20. So 75% of 20 peaches is 15 peaches. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
22. Nine stores is 3% of, I don't know, stores. What do you think? That until you get concrete on that, what would you do to make sure that you're getting it correct though? Do it the old-fashioned way, the way the old lady teaches you how to do it. I promise you, you will never go wrong. Set it up as is over of. The box is of. Good job. And then what? 9 goes over the box. Good. And 3 goes over 100. Here would become mental math at this point. If this is where you want to take it to. That's the bell? Oh my goodness, time flies by fast.
Wait, didn't the bell just ring?
I thought so
Oh, wait a
too.
minute.
There go your pencil.
Thank you.
What am I gonna use that?